Welcome guys back, my name is Senki from digislots and today we talk about the new OP13 set. Yes, with the PRB support a lot of OP13 leaders become support and we want to talk about that, which one is tier 1 and which one is not that good. I reduced the leader to a minimum for seeing what in Japan will be played. Of course there's in your other metas and stuff, but this is since my progression, what I think about the decks, and we talk about this one. But first, right, left, and hit by the sponsor button for more awesome content and subscribe because when I'm well to 2,150 subscriber, what we do, we give away one of the ST22 starter decks, EX, Ace, and Newgate, giving out to one of the lucky winner. What you need to do is subscribe, be a subscriber of course, like and comment what is your favorite OP13 leader card or deck you want to play with the support. Send it to your friends that we can grow faster and stronger and get more giveaways done, guys. It will help me a lot as well. Thank you for the comments, for the algorithm, for the help as always. Love you for the much support. And let's go into this very nice deck profile as well. Tier list, sorry. As well, if you want to see deck profiles from some specific leader, let me know in the comment section down below that I can vote more out. Thank you as always. Okay guys, we are now at the tier list. I start some bottom rocks and then climbing up to the list. For the C tier, right now Blackbeard is really strong with the new support from the star decks coming as well for him, but not much support anymore. They're playing from the OP11, the Caribou, what is really cool. It's like a multiple cost reduction deck right now that helps you to range to remove something. Like Tempest Kick and Van Argo, what they're playing right now, are like the best cost reducer what you can have right now on the list to pose offensive pressure on your opponent. Like Jesus Burgers as well is one of the toughest attacker right now in the meta, as well as coming back from the Kuzan's effect all the time is really nice, as well as having Kuzan as well for the maneuver as a 7 cost teach, helping you around. But the deck Zedley, since there's a new black deck coming out right now, this deck Zedley underperformed. So Blackbeard is right now on the tier 2.5 deck positioning. Sadly having it there, but it is what it is. As well as one of the newer decks, what we hoped about was really good is the Kuzan. Blue Kuzan is synergizing a lot of the Navy cards, triggering when cards trash from your hand by Navy effect and drawing like cards from your deck. Specifically, it's a strong Navy effect leader, what we like to have because we have a lot of Navy cards in the pool, but there's like nothing you can do against it. Like there's not much support coming out for him as well, and their last supports was playing in OPO12, so that's nothing new we want to have here. So that's kind of a problem. Yeah, and that's why I'm putting him as well in the tier 0.5 section. I will put Bonnie in tier 2. Bonnie will get more greatly support later on as well. The leader resting something. The new Bonnie, the OPO12, the blocker Bonnie was a really good support for the deck. As well, we have some other supports coming out, but there's nothing much more new in the set giving to the leader. So that's kind of the problem. Like this episode loading again. Thank you very much. Because like the Uta is like film support, the Sanji is film support. It's like not much green cards. Like the Shanks is film. He's not supernova. You cannot search him. It's like not much support you can play. So that's why it's like not much coming out. Supernovas is getting more cards later on. But right now I think decks tier 2. It's like a fortress deck when you're playing your Dofi and your Shanks and your kids and leaving it up and like pressuring your opponents with the 7 cost Holy. It's like good things you could do as well. Combination characters like really nice cards to play. But right now I don't think this will be suited to be one of the decks fitting into this meta. As well, I will put Bonnie in tier 3. I don't like Bonnie, to be honest. Bonnie is an OPO13 leader, and we talk about here. Let me search it up real quick, because yellow is I think in the back, as always. And using my second monitor, that's why I'm looking like on the other side. Like your turn, once per turn, this effect can be affected. You play cards with trigger give up 2 of your Rested Dawn cards to your leader and or 1 of your characters. What is really good is a 5 leader life, what is really nice. Is an egghead leader, so she needs to have essentially trigger to activate her effect. What's not hard right now because you have a lot of triggers coming up in this new set, as well as some nice cards like the 9 cost Bonnie, what is nice for as well. Then 2 Don your attaching allows you to get heavy attacks to force you counter your opponents from your hand, what is really nice as well. We have a lot of nice triggers coming out, but there's always some characters might require you to attach Don to them to activate certain effects. So the leader effect allows you to do that without sacrificing your board, what is really strong. But yellow is in a bad state. It's currently, and it's not that great. So there's some nice cards coming out as well. Like you can search with the Linen for a trigger and the Lilith card, what is really nice. As well, you have a 7 cost Lilith Stussy you can play, and as well a 4 cost S Snake, what is really nice as well. We have some new as well Gum Gum Dawn Stem. You might draw 1 card from the top of life cards, okay, one of your opponents with base cost 6 or less, what is really nice. Here you can look at Supernovas for 1 cost event searcher, what is really nice. This event, like the paper after image, is like not that great. I like I said, I think like Yellow decks is like really high roll what you have to have in your life and security, what as always was with NL. So I think right now it's not that great. I'll put into 2 Luigi as well. Luigi with not much coming out as well for black. So there's like a lot of emo stuff coming out, but nothing specifically supporting the deck and helping it to develop something. So a board clearing statement, the high cost getting higher, Ace, emo getting wider boards, what is really nice for that one as well. But Robucci needs like to take more and more stuff back up there and clearing stuff, what is really insane. Yeah, we'll put Blackbeard to tier 2 and Luigi to tier. I think Blackbeard is the better deck version to have as well. Like Nami's tier 2.5 as well. There's some Nami's topping some locals and some stuff as well. And there's always Nami support coming out. But right now that the game is like getting heavier stuff and heavier effects and heavier board states, the leader cannot continue with like winning options, triggering something out, play something out and get something out for free as well. Putting as well, there's like, since the ban list, there's a lot of cards dropped from the deck. There's of course support coming out and stuff coming off her deck as well as the yellow trigger effect cards as well helping that. But she's right now one of the newest leader, what topped as well in Japan meta, what I think as well is not suited to be here, what is not that strong. As well as Hyro Bello Betty, I think Hyro Bello Betty is tier 2 because it's a high roll deck. You can high roll and then you can produce like the minus on the opponent as well, have heavy swings on them with the Karasu, like lowering the DP, like the power from your opponent's leader, and swing with 7 on 4. It's like, how do I counter that? You take. But like as an ace leader, you get like +1 and make one stuff -2000. And if you have text wipe it out for 8, then the ability throws her hand away, and then it's like how trigger I get, and then it's like you play 10 cost wipe it into Uta blocker, and you have a lot of hand cuts and can protect yourself. So it's kind of hard as well as on play effects, active main effects she has. I think she's okay, but not that great in the meta right now. So Lim we don't have, but Lim I will say as well for the Lim fans here, guys. I don't put Lim here as well. Lim for me as well, tier 2.5 is not that great. Yeah, we don't talk about her. Nami I will put as well in tier 2.5. She did some stuff, some tops, but not that heavy, so it's not that kind of strong. And I will put her as well down, as well as the Zoro is for me 2.5 as well. There's like the Monkey D. Luffy deck is like better. The Rayleaf is like the best updated version you can have from Zoro, so play Rayleaf instead of Zoro, guys. It is that simple. For me, I will put as well the purple Monkey D. Luffy. I will put it tier 2. The thing is, you can run the new promo from the Goldie Roger, where you can run Asao on some decks. That's the really thing. It's like you have a ramp cup, you play the Soulju and you play the Bonclair to ramp up your leader fast as possible in the early as possible states that you want to bring out. If you 8 Dawn deck, you can look at the top 5 cards with your leader effect for a Straw Hat card in order that you want to have your stuff for the Naika Sanji to guarantee the top card. You can cheat out Worthy with the Sanji, what is really nice and stuff. And that's the only thing you go with the deck. The only play you go is the Sanji. You want to prepare the stuff and play it out. And if you are struggling at the beginning from the stuff, because other decks are getting more support, this deck's falling kind of low behind, what is kind of problem of that one. So you can cheat out the 9 cost, the 8 cost Gold Watch as well. If your opponent has 10 Dawn cards on the field, if you lead against +4 until the end of your opponent's next phase, what is really nice as well as stuff would protect you, as well as the Gum Gum Giant is really strong. The Thunder Bagura is still strong. The Gear 2 is still strong as cards to protect yourself, of course, but every deck has now some cards that are strong, like, well, not like Gum Gum Giant. Gum Gum Giant is crazy annoying and crazy strong, but I think right now it is more suited to be tier 2 than other stuff as well. I would put Smoke in tier 2 as well. It's like a nice clean up deck, but it's not that strong. The better version is the new Monkey D. Luffy. I would put Ramp Luffy as well in tier 2.5. He's not doing something in the meta right now, so I don't think he should be there, like considering to be like in the meta right now, because he's like really strong and purple. It's like not that card right now that proceeds, as well as the kids. I will put down lower as well. I will put the Nami a bit higher up, because the Nami did some tops in the Japan meta, as well as his use and new trigger effects coming out for deck, helping this deck to survive a bit more, because like random trigger effects, it gives you like 2+2 draw. Generic yellow is like always support for yellow leaders, and that's what makes it really good. As well, I think Grape, I would put Grape as a lower tier 1.5. He will get lower promoted. Grape Luffy has like returning 2 dons, setting up 2 dons of your turn active to give 1000 plus on your leader. You know the effect. The tramping pack can be brutal, so it's best to save it until the late game, so the leader effect don't fall behind on the dons. The extra dons you gain will allow you to make more play-specific turn, go aggressively to win the game with the 6 cost Monkey D. Luffy. I think you're playing as well the same as the other decks, playing a ramping deck. One support card we getting is Sanji, what you can play, what is really cool. It's not as well as the Zoro I saw as well in some decks. The 5 cost Sanji says play set up to 2 of your Dawn cards as active. If your leader is Film or Straw Hat type, set up 1 Dawn as active as well. What is really nice that you can put your trigger like Gum Gum Giant. You can play or the Demon Hour SWAT 9 Death Game as well, what helps you as well to get something out. Some lists running the Zoro as well. If your leader stood up, sets you set down 2 as active, and end of your turn set this character to active to have like a bit more aggression swing, because you're playing the Zoro Jewel for 4 and there's like no other way to play something for 4. And if you don't have the Zoro Jewel, then you have like another piece that you can drop on your board for the Grape. So there's like a bit more Grape support coming out from the other Ruffy. That's why I think that the Grape is like doing greater, because like more support is getting more valuable of plays and stuff like that. And I think that's why the purple blue Luffy should stay a bit more behind. So I forgot to mention as well that Pier B gives you a Nami for the Luffy, where you can look at the top 5 and add a Straw Hat type card or a Nami card to the hand and place the rest to the bottom of the deck, and you play as well the EBO2 Nami. So Grape here gets, I think, more support. Yeah, I think Grape is the better choice. As well as Rayleaf is for me to 1.5. Rayleaf is insanely strong. In this meta, he was a powerhouse. Rayleaf changes the rules of your deck building. It's really strong. It needs to force you to get something on your deck with the strategy, but you're still playing a lot of searches out, getting a lot of events with the Boa Hancock as well boosting, and the Zoro and the Focus Luffy and the Kid Killer. You can force your opponent to rush something down. What is really nice as well as the 3 cost Sanji, so you're building up your board. What you have hard problems is against Zoro. I see that, but I think as against Emu you have a good match up. But I think as was Ace you have problems, because you want to have or make multiple swings and tech swipe it, and the huge blockers like makes it impossible to get through. And I think that's like, he's good. I think he's in a better spot than the Grape. But I will put in S tier 1.5. I think he's not that insanely OP. Yeah, for me Zoro is tier 1. I think Zoro is really strong. There's like the new law from OP13. If he has 1 or less lives, this character against blocker, what is really nice as well. On play, you might return 1 character to your hand, play 1 up to 1 character with a cost 5 from your hand rested. What is not a problem. Or you can play the Tashigi OP13 to rest up one of your opponent's character with a base cost of 6 or less. What is really strong, and then give up to 3 Don to your Zoro. So then with 6 costs you have your full Zoro combo. What is really strong, as well as Zoro I showed you where you can restand and play it up. What is really nice as well. I think Zoro is really strong with the multiple swings to go on the board to rest something. It's just a great leader, and I think as well he be one of the lower tier 1 decks, but I think he is insanely strong coming to the tier 1 section. As well, I will put in Emu as a tier 1 deck. Emu is one of the stronger decks I will play for myself as well. This leader allows you to has a rule that you can only have 2 cost or more event cards in your deck. Also, you start the game with 1 stage. Is the Merry Go stage, what comes out in OP05 as the old card is the U-turn. The cost of playing your Celestial Dragon types character with the cost 2 or more from your hand will be reduced by 1. Or you playing the new Throne coming out of the set as well, where you can play as well having the counter event for 1, the Throne as well. What helps you, which you have 19 or more cards, you get plus 1000 in your turn, so it's 6. You want to play your elders out there. Some is playing Rebecca, Stussy, the new Zabo from the PRB02. So you want to play out or be fast in your trash and your stuff. You want to have the 5 elders in your trash to play out with the empty throne your 5 elders for reduced cost, and then use the effect to play out your 5 leaders, pressure your opponents with 7 swings all the time, and having a huge protection as well. And since the board gets removed, you don't care because you're putting a new 5 elder on the board and spawn your stuff out. The only problem is the text Whitebeard, what allows you when you swing. It's the Whitebeard from OP08. I don't know why it's still allowed, but the people cutting this card, so maybe the meta will get better. But it's like easy to find the card for the people. It's Ace playing 10,000 searchers, so you need to pay 2 if you want to swing, and that's the annoying part of it. Yeah, but for the best deck in the format, guys, I don't need to talk about it. It is Ace. Ace is a free cost 6,000 red blue leader, what allows you to trash a hand card from your hand to give -2000 on the swing or leader, and you can throw your pieces away. What say I have 0 counter, this makes me a +2 and -2, but yeah. And if you have 1 Don attached when you receive damaged, or a character with 6k power is reduced or is KO'd, you draw 1 card. So instead of 3 life cards getting 3 hand cards, you get 6. What makes this card really strong is dealer is really strong. You're playing the Otoma. If you have 3 or less life, what you're having, instead you draw 2 cards, discard 1 card. The ISO of the ST22 star deck will be giving away. Look at the top 5 cards and add 1 Whitebeard card as well into your deck. The Monkey D. Garb coming out from OP13. If your leader is Monkey D. Garb, Zabo, or Portuguese, you'll get the top 4 cards. Reveal a card with 3 costs or more to your hand. Sorry, I didn't show you the leader, guys. This one, and you're playing. I don't see him. This Garb in your deck, as well as Pudding, as well as the PRB Marco with blocker on KO, draw 2 cards. Oh, I have a Don on my leader, I draw additional 1. Like Uta starter deck is really strong. The Yamato from OP13 coming out is really strong as well. What helps you? The blocker new gate, as well as the ACOS event from the starter deck. This cards helps you to make this deck really great, as well as having Radical Beam and Gum Red Rock as like removal. You can play your Jozu from OP06 and bounce your 2Ks back to hand them. Then you have a lot of counter in your hand, and even the stuff who has no counter, you just throw it away and say no thank you. If you have an aggressive opponent, I play my Whitebeard Hex for 8, and then I can get 1 life back and getting plus 2000 for my leader, so you cannot kill me. It's insane. This deck is just purely a strongly powerhouse deck, and I think it's really suited to be tier 1. Tier 2, I will put Shanks as well here. He's getting a bit of support, but not much to mention. I think Roger is really strong, guys, not gonna lie. Like Roger, I will put it tier 1.5. Roger is our first 7k power leader, however. Effect will drop into -2000 power until you can hit 9 Don or more. Additionally, at the start of your turn, if you add Don, one of these Don cards will automatically attach to your leader, which prevent from you making certain plays. So this leader needs to come for the late game as well. But the mid-game strategy is to ramp up to hit 10 Don as quickly as possible, to remove the 2 power condition from your leader, to do you have the Douglas Bullet, the Bonclay, and the Scopa Gaban to give you a lot of stuff as well. Sorry, I didn't show you as well. What you have as well support is like the Shanks, the Silver Ray Leaf, or the 10 cost gold, the Roger. What are really nice cards to have in your deck as well. Once Gold Roger goes to 7k, he becomes a tough leader because 7k to counter like or hit, and then he counters with one card is like impossibly tough to break. So if you get to the point fast as possible and get more support, the decks can be T1. Like look at how this is. And as well, 10 cost Shanks from OP09 as well as Gold Roger, the new one, are powerhouse cards. What easily can give you a win condition and stuff as well. So I think it's really okay. Then we talk about the Monkey, the Luffy. This one says Don 1 on your opponent's attack. If you have 5 or less active Don cards, you might rest any number of your Don cards. For every Don card rested this way, see that up to one of your Straw Hat types get 2000 mini metal. So you want to have as much as possible. I will put him as tier 2. He's not that strong because it makes you have a lot of defensive disabilities. You have as well coming support out for you as well, like the stuff I showed you, the Zoro, like what helps you as well as the other stuff. We have a new Monkey D. Luffy secret rare. I don't know where the secret rare are, guys. I'm sorry. It's a 6 cost, right, with 7k power. Yes, this one has double attack. This one is really strong. The list cards have like you need to play Cavendish as well, and the 6 cost Sanji so that your Don is active to make it easier to force your bank Don defensive turns to protect yourself from attacks, because you're playing as well the Charleston OP5 event card and the Gum Gum Giant Pistol. What is really nice as well, that you want to have like Don open. 9 cost Zoro is the way to win this deck, so you need to have your 9 cost Zoro. And when people are faster than you don't have ramp or something like that, you have a problem. And that's why I think it's tier 2. It's not that fast to keep up with the meta. It's like really sad that he can't keep up. But I think what is better than Luffy, what we didn't have, is like the Sabo. Sabo is a really nice leader. Red Sabo is a 5000 power leader with the downside of reducing his own power by 1,000 as long as you have 4 or more life cards. So you essentially posing less of a threat with your attacks early in the game, and your lower power makes it easier for the opponents to take your first 2 life cards away. However, the downside changes when you play a character with 8 cost more and attach a Dom to your leader Sabo. Now give you plus 1000 boost on your leader and all your characters during your turn, what is really strong because then you have a powerhouse to swing. Your AK until the opponent removes your AK, and when you can do that consistently, you lose. Of course, then your whole concept of being a leader is like gone. So I think that's the kind of problem. But there's like a lot of cool cards coming out for the deck as well. Let me show you guys. By the way, you can play Saint Saturn. You can play in the deck. By the way, that's really funny that you can play Saturn in the deck as well. Like, just one people playing as well. This Trashul Evolution Army type leader like have access to a lot of life support cards, like the OP012 Dragon, and you play as well the OP07 Dragon. You play Stussy and Gold Roger as well as a lot of search cards for the Revolution archetype. You play as well the old Sabo, so if you pick up the Sabo here, the PRB Sabo, then you can play it in your Emo and use in your Ace Sabo deck. And that's really nice. And let me show you, let's go this one. The Sabo you're playing as well as your main body coming out. It's really nice. As well, we have the Ace, yes, but Ace you don't play. It's not really worth it to play, guys. It's not really worth it to play. So if your opponent can remove your 8 cost leader, then you're having a hard time. But I think right now we have 4 of meta with the 3 main powerhouses and maybe Grape and Rayleaf in the middle. What counters like one matchup, but have it against one matchup like, or 2 matchups like lesser help to win. And that's how the meta is progressing. Thank you guys as always. I didn't throw matchups in because I don't know much about the matchups right now since not watching that much gameplay. But I know Emo have struggled against Ace. That's the only thing I know. And Emo kills Grape. It's okay against Rayleaf and Zoro. I don't know. I need to play that. But thank you guys as always as watching. If you want to see a deck list or deck profile, then let me know in the comment section down below. I'm Zenki. I'm out. Good luck finding the One Piece.